Education is the foundation for America's youth. But how successful have we actually been in providing our kids a proper education? Our government has proposed numerous programs, such as the Common Core, in order to fix these problems. However, recently, new resistance has cropped up against these efforts.
A lot of problems with that approach. First of all kids are different. And the direction this takes us in is to say, but everybody should do the same thing at the same time, at least in math and reading. That ignores basic reality of human beings. Different kids learn different things at different times.
Studies have shown that kids will take some 113 standardized tests now in their K-12 career. It's just become completely over the top. It's become a multi-billion-dollar industry to sell exams to children in order to rank and sort them. And it's become really a test and punish model.
You also have a big problem of you want to have different ideas of what is the best standard. You want those to be able to compete. When you have one national standard, you don't get that competition anymore.
With this in mind, we reached out to our school's principal, a UFT chapter leader, and District 25's Councilman Peter Koo. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
I think overall the Common Core has been a good thing, and it was an attempt to standardize to some degree what it is that a high school diploma means, no matter where it's issued across the entire country. So we wanted some alignment. They wanted some alignment between what a high school diploma means in New York, what does it mean coming from Alabama, what does it mean coming from California.
I think we should have a common core. Common core means that everybody has to study certain subjects, right? And it will give you a measurement of how well different schools perform. It will give you a benchmark. Where the good schools, where the best schools, how come some schools are doing well and some schools are not doing not too so well? So they can improve on the not too well schools.
You know, I think there should be guiding principles and an outline. But
it has started that conversation. It has evolved, and now we're going back to sort of state standards. However, if you look at those state standards, they're very similar to what we saw in the Common Core. They're reorganized a little bit. They're a little bit more state specific, but there is more uniformity in what one can expect from someone who has a high school diploma in terms of their intellectual abilities.
It's like many of our political and social leaders believe that the Common Core is in fact a good thing for our students. But if that's the case, then where does most of the opposition come in from? Let's check it out.
Common Core fails because some families, they don't believe it, you know? They say, oh, no, we shouldn't let our children just to study those things. But it's not limited to those things. Those are the basic things every student should know in math, in English, in history, or those things, no? So that you can do a common measurement, how well students perform at different levels.
But where I think it failed is where most things fail, it was in its implementation. So as a document on its own, or a series of documents, it was very successful. But how it was implemented in the different states, in the different local educational areas, was problematic. One was that we were talking about this crisis in education. It was a crisis in education that spawned the Common Core. Oh my goodness, there are groups of children that are failing and we're not meeting their needs and we have to do it, it's a crisis. Oh my goodness, kids are going to college and they don't know how to do all these things and it's a crisis, right? So a crisis automatically says to you, there's high level of urgency and you must make this happen as quickly as possible. And we all know that when we take a crisis approach, that we miss the details.
If the American education system isn't working as it should, then we ask the question, who is responsible for fixing America's education?
I think it's the individual. I mean, and of course as a child, perhaps that includes the parents, but I don't think we should start depending on outside institutions or organizations. Certainly I don't support this idea of businesses and sponsoring schools and things like that, because it really starts to create an unequal access to resources.
At the end of the day, it seems like we all need to play a role when it comes to fixing America's education. However, as we all know, if we want to see true legislative change, we need help from the top. We've done our research as students, and we've lived through what works and what doesn't in this current system. That's why we're asking you, politicians entering the 2020 election cycle, to think hard about education so that you can implement policies that won't only help me here in New York, but students all over the country, from Florida all the way to Alaska.